Hey, it's Brunch with Brian, your morning live stream, your home investing live stream, where you get the best information and positive thinking about the home investing business. Well, it's getting cold out here in Arizona. It's actually only 57 degrees. It's the coldest night we've had of the year so far. It may be your high temperature of the day. I don't know where you live, but what are we talking about today? I wanted to talk about savings, and it happens to be National Savings Day, and it's International Face Your Fears Day. Facing your fears is a huge thing to succeed. And if you look at any goal that you have, you want to achieve success with your goal. Now, you only know if you've had success if you have a goal. If you never set a goal, then you never know if you've achieved your goal or not. So the first step is to find something you really want, and it's not just money. It's something that you really want that would make you make your life better and make others around you. Now, it can't be just for you. That's the whole point of it. I mean, you have to be, striving for the good of others. You need a goal bigger than you, because if it's just you, sometimes that's not enough. If you're just in there just for yourself and trying to make money for yourself, that's not massively motivating the way helping others can be. At least for me and Lynette and our group here. I mean, we love to help people, and we love to make people's lives better in any way we can. That's why we do these Brunch with Brians. We hope that in the mornings it gives you a bright spot and some great tips on real estate investing. And so facing your fears, my best tip on facing your fears, and when is the biggest fear, is usually when you're making phone calls, especially in the creative financing part of the business. And so when you're getting on the phone, getting ready to call a seller on a closing call or a buyer, that's usually when the nerves begin. That's when the fear starts. So I want you to do a couple simple techniques. And the best technique that I use all the time here is affirmations. And so if you're facing your fears, be specific about what the fear is. So the fear is that, I'm afraid of. Now, what are you afraid of? You're not afraid of a piece of plastic. You're not afraid of your phone. You like your phone, okay? What you're afraid of is the seller on the other end of it. So how are we going, and the thing is, you're going to talk to so many sellers over the course of your career, and some will be really nice and some will be really grouchy. And so and some will be in the middle. Most of them are in the middle, and most of them are relatively friendly. And if you are, and so that's a big thing, is I want you to be friendly. But, a fear is also attached to reaching a goal. So if your goal is to have a successful closing call, the fear is that it's going to be unsuccessful. Now, you probably have a bigger fear that you'll mess it up than it's just not a good lead. So if you call it and it's kind of not just, they already sold the house or something, that's not a lot of fear attached to that. However, if it's a really good deal, and and they sound like they're a good prospect and they might want to do it, and then you say something stupid and blow it, that's where the fear comes, is that you're going to say something stupid. So my favorite thing overall to conquer fear is preparation. So preparation is the best killer of fear, because you can prepare for whatever the fear is that's coming. Okay, so if the fear is getting on the phone and messing up, then the best thing you can do to prepare is practice the scripts and role play. And so role playing is a huge thing. Whenever I think of fear, I always automatically think of role playing. It seems like an odd connection maybe to you, but role playing really gives you a chance to practice in advance and get good at something in advance. It's like a pro sports athlete that practices before they have to go into the big game and face the big moment. It's kind of like that, but you can go take batting practice. And, we're right in the middle of the baseball playoffs. There was some really exciting games lately. So, if you think of that hitter going up to the plate, he's, what is he thinking? What is his mental preparation to do well? And that's all of it. Oh my gosh. I mean, yes, there's a huge amount of physical skills, but everybody who makes it to the pros, they have the physical skills. I mean, they've proven it through, years of playing. And now it's just a matter of tuning the mental into the appropriate moment. Why are some players so good in the playoffs and other ones aren't? It's preparation and fear and not having the right thoughts in your mind at the right moment. So I love affirmations for that. And in the moment, I love affirmations in the moment, but affirmations aren't going to help you be ready and be prepared. I mean, if you went into a closing call and you just had no script and you thought, okay, I got to get an appointment and I got to get a purchase price on this deal, and you just went in there blind, no scripts, no nothing, I'd be afraid. You just don't know what you're dealing with and you don't have any scripts to go by. So, but, and all the affirmations in the world aren't going to help you there. You can say, I'm going to get this deal. I'm going to get this deal. This is going to be a great deal, all you want. But if you don't even know how to explain the deal to the seller, you're not going to get that deal. So again, this is where the preparation and the role playing comes in. And if you do it enough, honestly, if you actually just went and remember, our what to say system has video role playing as built in. You can role play with the characters. So that's a key part of role playing your scripts, your closing call scripts and your objection answers. So you can actually practice with your characters just by going on ourwolfpack.com and accessing your videos, or role play with other people, or even just role play with the mirror. And when you're role playing with the mirror, I want you to smile. But remember, when you're on the phone, you don't have to look at anything except for the script. So I want your eyes on the script. So if you're looking up in the mirror all the time, you might mess up. I like you to have a mirror there to check to see if you're smiling. That's actually here's my best 3 tips on overcoming fear of the phone. Preparation through reading the scripts over and role playing. Okay, preparation. And number 2, smiling. Smiling is so underrated. I mean, oh my gosh, a smile, put a smile on your face right now. I used to teach you guys about smiling almost every brunch with Brian. So smiling and your affirmations. I'm going to do great on this call. I love making closing calls. That's one of Lynette's favorites. I love making closing calls. So facing fears. Now that works across the board. I don't care what your fear is. Maybe your fear is going out to the house. So, you can role play everything. You can role play all the scripts. You can role play your life. I mean, if you have an important meeting coming up with your regular job, why don't you write out a script in advance of pretty much what you're going to say? I always do this. Every job I've ever worked at, every promotion I ever got, or any job I ever got in the first place, I always had scripts for the interview, for the, for whatever, every part of it. And same with everything you do in the home investing business. Every word you say is on a script somewhere. I mean, and even your rapport building, real estate investor biography, that's in a script. You got to write that out for yourself. But remember, there's it's number 2 in your forms package in the what to say system is your real estate investor bio. Tells you how to write it, gives you a sample, gives you a template and everything. So if you don't have that done, just go do that today. Take some action, get that done. That'll help you get over some fear. That's the other thing. And that's sort of an overarching thing, is take action. Okay. If you ever want to get over fear, don't just sit there. Okay. I mean, if you're just sitting there, you're going to be sitting in a stew of fear. If you are in action, if you're moving, if you're running, or if you're doing something, then you can't focus on the fear. So jump into action, jump on the phone, go to role play your scripts, whatever you need to do. So again, that's all great strategies for conquering fear, but you can use them across the board for anything you do, preparing through scripting and even visualizing. I should always mention that. You can prepare through visualizing. Imagine yourself walking into the house and the sellers are friendly and you're shaking their hand there. You're handing them the card, your business card. And you've got all the papers in your portfolio and you're walking around touring the house. It's so beautiful. And, just visualize the whole thing. And it's not going to be exactly like you visualize, but you can actually visualize. If you see pictures of the house on Zillow, the interior, you can kind of visualize yourself walking through the house, and I'm telling you, if you do that for 30 seconds with a smile on your face, you can't believe how powerful that is. So Preparation is just really so powerful to conquer fear in any way. Scripting and visualizing out what's going to happen in advance, whatever you're afraid of, and feeling confident, and motion creates emotion. That's another one. Oh my gosh. Smiling is sort of tied to motion creates emotion. So I'm going to put those together. So if you're going to write these tips down, best way to conquer fear: preparation through scripting, role playing, and visualization. Okay, so preparation. And then number 2 is motion creates emotion. So smile and even stand up when you're doing, if you can read your scripts. And again, on the preparation, write scripts down. If I didn't say it, did it say scripts? And then the third thing is affirmations, and just saying affirmations in the moment. That keeps you positive. It keeps those fear thoughts from creeping in. Okay, so let's say you think, oh, I'm no good at closing calls, and that's your little fear thought creeping in. Well, that little fear thought's going to get crushed if you say, oh, I'm no good at I love making closing calls. I love making closing calls. I love making closing calls. Yes. Okay, so we might as well do that for our affirmation today. Ready? I love making closing calls. 1, 2, 3. I love making closing calls. Again, I love making closing calls. Okay, that's always a good one. In fact, if that's your fear, like it is for most folks, you might as well just start saying that 10 times a day. Motion creates emotion. Don't say it like, I love making closing calls. All meek. You got to be big and bold. I love making closing calls. So that's what I want you guys to be happy and love your life. And if you ever look at anything between you and success, anything that's an obstacle, it's probably you've got some fear around it. So use these great techniques from today to face your fears. And I didn't have time to talk about savings, although it's National Savings Day. So try to put a little money away, tithe money and put money away. That's always a great policy. And the more money you make in real estate, the more you can do of that. Okay, so we did our affirmations. Let's do our breathing really quick. Deep breath in, big smile. Hold it a little bit and let it go. Okay, another deep breath in. Hold it in. Okay, one more, last one. Hold it a little and relax your shoulders, your neck. Oh, that feels great. Okay, so remember to do that at least 3 times today. And anytime your energy is flagging or you just need to pick me up, instead of grabbing a can of Coke, a soda or something like that, just do your deep breathing and see if that doesn't help you out. So guys, I will see you. We got Teaching Tuesdays coming up today at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. So until then, keep expecting success, sticking to your awesome training, and taking action.